खुशियों से सिमटा है ये दिन आज का, अपनों से बनता है ये दिन आज का। खुशियों से सिमटा है ये दिन आज का, अपनों से बनता है ये दिन आज का। रिश्तों से गहरा है ये रंग आज का, मीठा सा ये लम्हा है आज का। अपना सा सपना सा, अपना सा सपना सा है ये पल। दिवाली आज का दिन, दिवाली है अपना दिन। दिवाली है खूब मनाए, दिवाली तारे गिन गिन। आओ मुंह मीठा हो जाए, रिश्तों की मिठास बढ़ाए, बंधन कुछ ऐसा बनाए कि दिल से दिल मिल जाए। थोड़ी फुलझड़ियां तो जलाए, सब रल मिल जश्न मनाए, दीपों से घर को सजाए, चेहरों की मुस्कान बढ़ाए।
यूं महकता है ये बंधन, रोशन हुआ है आज फिर से आंगन। यूं साथ जब है हम हर दिन, दिवाली है मुश्किल से आता है ऐसा मौसम।
अपना सा सपना सा, अपना सा सपना सा है ये पल।
मंगलाय तनो हरि हरि ओम स्वस्तिन्द्रो वरशर्वाः स्वस्ति न पूगा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति न क्षणेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु हरि ओम मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्षे मंगलाय तनो हरि हरि ओम मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्षे मंगलाय तनो हरि मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्षे मंगलाय तनो हरि जय सिया राम राधे राधे गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। हरि ओं वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि संप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। हरि ओं शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेश्वरं विश्वधारं गगनसदर्शनं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिवृद्धानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुभवैहरणं सर्वलोकैकनाथनं। बोली लक्ष्मीनारायण भगवान की जय। हमारे फिजी स्थित भारतीय हाई कमीशन के राजदूत जी, मिनिस्टर साहब हमारे प्रवीण बालाजी, व सनातन धर्म के प्रधान हमारे धीरेन्द्र नंद जी, नारी सभा के प्रधान, उपस्थित सज्जनों, देवियों एवं बच्चों, जैसे हम सब जानते हैं कि किस लक्ष्य को लेकर के हम लोग आज यहाँ पर सभी पदार्पण किए हैं। हम लोग दीपावली महोत्सव जो है उसको लेकर के आज हम सब एकत्रित हुए हैं। कहते हैं कार्तिक मास के अमावस में दीपावली का त्यौहार बड़े आनंद के साथ मनाया जाता है। कहते हैं दीपावली जो है ये 5 दिन तक मनाई जाती है। पहला दिन का त्यौहार जिसे हम धनतेरस के नाम से जानते हैं, कहते हैं उस दिन हम घर के बाहर यमराज के लिए दीपदान देते हैं। कहते हैं इस कर्म से मृत्यु का भय नहीं रहता और उसी दिन हम लोग कलश स्थापना करके उसमें दीप का निर्माण करते हैं तथा दीपक जलाते हैं। कहते हैं दूसरे दिन हम नरक चौदशी जो है इसको मनाते हैं। कहते हैं इस दिन वामन भगवान ने अवतार लेकर के राजा बलि से 3 पग भूमि की मांग की थी और राजा बलि 2 पग नापने के पश्चात बाबर भगवान ने कहा तीसरा पग कहाँ रखें। राजा बलि ने अपने सिर को प्रदान किया। कहते हैं उसी दिन से कहते हैं वामन भगवान ने राजा बलि को वरदान दिया था कि आज के दिन जो भी दीपक दान करेगा हरि प्रिय लक्ष्मी माँ उसके घर पर अवश्य निवास करेगी। कहते हैं तीसरे में हम लोग दीपावली जो है महालक्ष्मी की पूजन करते हैं। तीसरे दिन सायंकाल के दिन हम लोग महालक्ष्मी की पूजा विधिवत पूर्वक करते हैं। कहते हैं इसे करने से घर में धन की प्राप्ति होती है और सुख शांति बनी रहती है। दीपावली के दिन अन्य कई इतिहास उसमें वर्णन किए गए हैं। कहते हैं जब प्रभु रामचंद्र जी वनवास से लौट कर आए 14 वर्ष बाद रावण के वध करने के पश्चात, कहते हैं कि अवध के जितने निवासी थे वो सब मिल करके खुशियाँ मनाते हैं और नगर में दीप जला करके दीप उत्सव मनाते हैं। कहते हैं तब इसी से यह यादगार के रूप में आज हम सब मिल करके दीपावली मनाते हैं। कहते हैं चौथा दिन जो है अन्नकूट गोवर्धन पूजन होता है। इस दिन क्या होता है हम सब मिल करके गोबर के गोवर्धन के प्रतिमा बनाते हैं, अर्थात आकृति बना करके उसमें विराजमान जितने वस्तु सब इकट्ठा करके भगवान कृष्ण की मूर्ति का निर्माण वो बगल में करके गौ माँ की पूजन करते हैं। और कहते हैं कि इस दिन जो है हम लोग बड़े प्रेम भाव से भोजन पकवान इत्यादि तैयार करते हैं और हम सब उसे महाप्रसाद के रूप में भगवान को अर्पण करने के पश्चात हम सब ग्रहण करते हैं। कहते हैं मैं सभी को फिर पुनः एक बार सभी का स्वागत कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पर पधारने के लिए। और कहते हैं कि जैसे हम प्रेम भाव से हर वर्ष दीपावली मनाते हैं, इस वर्ष भी हमें हमारे सरकार ने हमें इतना सुंदर समय प्रदान किया है। हम सब मिल कर के प्रेम भाव से दीपावली मनाएंगे। दीन दुखी जो हैं उनको भी हम याद करेंगे, जो हमसे दूर हैं उन हमारे परिवार के लोग उनको भी हम याद करेंगे और हमारे पड़ोसी को हम कभी नहीं भूलेंगे, चाहे वो गरीब हो जरूर मिल करके उसके साथ हम प्रेम भाव से रहें। और बच्चों से मैं यही कहूँगा कि अपने धर्म को कदापि कभी ना भूलें। सनातन हमारा धर्म है, उस पे तुम अक्सर रहो, पढ़ते रहो। नौजवान लोग को चाहिए कि अपने धर्म का पालन करें। जो धर्म की रक्षा करता है धर्म उसकी रक्षा करता है। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ सभी को दीपावली फिर एक बार शुभकामना मंगलमय हो। धन्यवाद।
सभी को सबसे पहले मेरा प्रणाम, राम राम। और खुशी लग रही है कि आप सभी लोग हमारे खत्रियों में आए इस अवसर को मनाने के लिए। I will try and speak in English for other reasons here, and we hope please pardon me because I am bound to speak in English for the other people that we have as our guests and they may not understand Hindi. We all welcome you on behalf of the Bar Diwali Committee, which was formed last year. And I think the idea behind to organize this as one committee was to bring everyone together. And last year we had a grand function at the Bar Side Center. And this year, due to COVID protocol, we had to change the venue and come to Khatri Hall. Just a few rules that I will want to mention at this point in time, that we are still under the COVID regulations, and it's good to see everyone is masked up. I know it's a hard task, but we are still bound by the rules and regulations of this country. We request you all to please try and follow the COVID protocol. We had to have the chairs at a distance, and I can see the people still coming in. Please try and make some way. And if the young generation, if you are seated, please allow the older ones to take the seat. And you can be seated even this side of the hall and on the left side of the hall as well. We are grateful to the Lord for giving us this opportunity to celebrate Diwali. And we all, irrespective of our race, culture, we celebrate Diwali. So, thank you for coming in. And we will begin with a welcome dance. This will be performed by Jacinta Lal of Bar Cultural Center. Sir, there is a cultural center in Bar that promotes Hindi music, and you would be impressed to see the performance they do today. Maybe due to COVID, there has been and the lapse of time, things were not as what it's supposed to be. But I can assure you, in time to come, you will see all the talents of our cultural center wherever, whenever we have a chance to show it to you. We thank you, sir, for coming to Bar, and let's give a round of applause to our chief guest. This is his first visit to the capital city of this country, because the main hub of financial has always been known in Bar. So we welcome you with a round of applause to Bar for your first visit. So let's begin the program with the first welcome dance from Jacinta Lal.
Thank you.
just to inform you that the committee, the Bar Diwali committee, consists of a few organizations that we have in Bar. That is from the Sanatan Dharam, the Bar Sai Center, and of course our Bar Town Council. We have all got together to form this committee and have one grand function in Bar for our Diwali celebrations. Now I would request our organizing chairman, and also he is the vice president of the National Council of the Sanatan Dharam, and of course the president of Bar Sanatan Dharam Group in Bar. I have the greatest pleasure in welcoming Mr. Dhiren Nan to welcome you all for this function tonight. Mr. Dhiren Nan.
सभी को जय श्री सीताराम. For the formal part of the program, I'll try to speak in English and I'll be using a bit of Hindustani as well. सबसे प्रथम आप सभी का मैं स्वागत करता हूँ इस जो बार दिवाली कमेटी की ऑर्गेनाइजिंग चेयर के हैसियत से. आप जानते हैं कि कोविड के बाद ये पहला प्रोग्राम हमने यहाँ पे होस्ट किया है और इसके लिए काफ़ी लोगों ने हमें बहुत ही सहयोग दिया है. और जिस तादाद में आज आप लोग यहाँ पे आए हुए हैं, हम यही समझते हैं कि हमारा जो पर्पस था इस प्रोग्राम का, टू गेट एवरीवन टुगेदर, आई थिंक वो अचीव हो चुका है. और हम यही आशा करते हैं कि इस साल का जो दिवाली है यहाँ से शुरू होकर अब हम मस्जिद जिस तरह से अपने परिवार के संग भी मनाएंगे. और ज़्यादा समय ना लेते हुए कुछ ज़रूरी बातें हैं जो बार दिवाली कमेटी के बारे में हमें जानना ज़रूरी है. ये जो कमेटी है पिछले 2 हफ्तों से बहुत ज़ोर तोर से काम में जुटी हुई है और मैं ये बतलाना आप सभी को उचित समझता हूँ कि हमने ये काम जो किया है वो बड़ी कड़ी निगरानी में हमारे जो ऑनरेबल श्रीमान प्रवीण बालाजी जो हमारे माननीय मंत्री है यूथ एंड स्पोर्ट्स के, उसकी निगरानी में हुआ है. और आज इस मंच पे मैं उसको बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ कि जिस तरह से उसने इस कमेटी को लीड किया है. ही लेड बाय एन एग्जाम्पल, first man in the meeting and last man to go out. Last night when I was leaving, I saw him pulling the cooking pots and putting it in order, and that's the amount of commitment he has for Bar, for the people of Bar. And let's give a round of applause to our honorable minister for his commitment in getting these things organized. Furthermore, I would like to welcome our guest of honor in tonight's program, sir. None other than our Indian High Commissioner. And I have to introduce our chief guest. There is a lot, when I googled, there's a lot of things that is mentioned. I'll try to keep it very short and sweet. Our chief guest here, he joined Indian Foreign Services in 2004. He is of a commerce background. He has a bachelor's as well as a master's degree in economics. And you all must be knowing that he has just arrived in our country. 8th July, he assumed his assignment as the Commissioner of India to Fiji. Prior to coming to Fiji, our chief guest was based in Canberra, Australia. He served there as the Deputy High Commissioner. And he has also served in various overseas missions like Maldives and Syria. It was interesting to find out that before joining the Indian Foreign Services, our chief guest was in public sector banking industry and also in the manufacturing sector. So we are very lucky to have you with us. I mean, this is the time when our country is trying to stimulate the economy, and we are great to have you with us. Maybe in our bilateral, we'll learn a lot of things from you to boost the economic activity that we are trying to generate. Furthermore, he is married to Mrs. Vanitha, who is a former systems engineer and is a father to a son and a daughter. With these words, sir, I would like to welcome you again to our function. And at this juncture, I would also like to highlight the presence of our Tuimba, who is here with us this evening. He has been with the committee from last year, and he is always with us to bless Saka Pinakavakalevu. Thank you very much for your blessing. It's always important to have the blessing of the Vanua when we do such programs. And with these words, I would like to ask our chief guest to deliver his keynote address. And thank you very much, each and everyone, and I wish you all a blessed Diwali.
आप सबको मेरा राम राम. His Excellency, the Minister for Youth, Sports and Productivity, Mr. Parveen Balaji, the President of the Bar, Sanatan Pratinidhi Sabha, Mr. Dhirendra Nand, respected Tuimba, the Master of Ceremony, Mr. Anil, distinguished guests, and my dear brothers and sisters. Very good evening to all of you. I'm so delighted and honored to be present here on this occasion to celebrate Diwali, organized by the Bar Sanatan Samiti Sabha. At the outset, I would begin by conveying to you the heartfelt greetings and best wishes from the brothers and sisters of India, to all the brothers and sisters assembled here, and also to all our beloved brothers and sisters in Fiji and beyond. Diwali, I'm sure, all of us know, is one of our most favorite festivals. And we all have very fond memories right from our childhood. I remember the memories, the joy and the expectation that we used to have, this occasion always used to be associated with very fond memories, homemade sweets, firecrackers, new clothes, and all kind of excitement that was available to us on this day. And this excitement, I think has not, has gone away as we age. Still, it remains the same. When we look forward to Diwali, we look forward with a lot of excitement, happiness, and joy. Especially when we are coming out from a moment of despair and darkness like we are right now. I think this hope, light, and happiness, that a new beginning. I think it brings out the excitement in all of us. I'm sure you know that Diwali is not just the major festival in India, but also thanks to the millions of diaspora around the world, it is also one of the most popular festivals in the world. According to Hindu traditions, as the respected priest mentioned, there are a number of perspectives on this festival. It's an ancient festival from an ancient civilization, so there are different perspectives. One, of course, the most popular being the return of Lord Rama after exile to Ayodhya. And of course, there is also this perspective about the vanquishing of demon Narakasura by Lord Krishna, and also the birth of goddess Lakshmi, and also, of course, the beginning of the Hindu New Year. While we all remember the color, gaiety, and the excitement associated with these festivals, I think what is more important is also to look at the underlying message each and every one of these festivals bring forth for us. I think you all will know that Diwali, marks the triumph of good over evil, light over darkness, and knowledge over ignorance. And it also stands for sharing and caring for others, looking after one another. I think, as I mentioned before, when the world is just emerging from this pandemic, I think these messages have even more profound relevance. Few months back, when the world was faced with darkness and despair and uncertainty, every country was trying to block itself from the rest of the world and trying to focus on its own citizens, on its own people. Understandable in the circumstances, but one country was different. That was India. True to the Indian tradition, the philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, where we look at the world as one family. For us, humanity is one family. So we decided to be different. Our country used and continues to use its world-leading capabilities in science and technology, in manufacturing, and in advanced healthcare to help the fellow countries around the world. I'm very happy to say here that till now we have helped more than 150 countries around the world with critical medicines, supplies, and personal protection equipment. And once the life-saving vaccines were developed and manufactured, again under our Vaccine Maitri project, we made sure that these life-saving vaccines are made available to countries across the world. And we have till date sent more than 66 million vaccines to 80 countries, including our very special friend Fiji. I'm so glad as the Indian High Commissioner here to note that the very impressive national vaccination program in Fiji was kick-started by the consignment of 100,000 vaccines that we helped deliver in March 2021. I'm so glad to see the very impressive progress, and I'm so glad to see that we are able to celebrate this event in person like the good old days thanks to this impressive vaccination program and the small role that India played in getting back life to some sort of normalcy in this place. Brothers and sisters, India-Fiji friendship is built on shared culture and kinship. It is a relationship that has been built on the very strong foundation of people-to-people connections. And since independence, we have built on this very strong foundation to make it a modern and multifaceted relationship. Whether it is a development partnership in critical sectors, or whether it is capacity building and scholarships that we offer in world-class universities to our friends from Fiji, or whether in responding to natural disasters that unfortunately come in so frequently in this part of the world. India has always been there. India has always stood beside Fiji. And we remain strongly committed to continue to closely engage and work with our Fijian friends in the coming years. I'm sure together that we'll be able to come out of this difficult situation that the world is in now even more stronger and more resilient. Before I conclude, I would also like to mention, using this opportunity, that India, as you may be knowing, is celebrating its 75th year of independence. You all know on 15th August 1947, we got our independence from the British colonial rule. And now we are entered into the 75th year of our independence. So therefore, to kind of celebrate this achievement in the last 75 years, therefore to kind of remember and recall the noble sacrifice of our freedom fighters, and also more importantly to plan ahead for the future, what is in store for our great nation, there is a series of events that has been planned under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and the High Commission of India in Suva and our Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center would be holding a series of events over the next 2 years up to August 2023 to celebrate this historic milestone. And the details of this would be available in our website and on our social media handles. So I would use this opportunity to encourage all our friends here, beloved friends of India, to actively take part in this event and celebrate this historic milestone with us. I don't want to kind of prolong this speech, so I'll conclude it here. But before I conclude, I would like to kind of sincerely thank the organizers and all the members, volunteers in the organizing team for coming up with this splendid event, and also for inviting me. I would also personally like to thank His Excellency the Minister for his very warm invitation and his encouragement to travel to Ba. As was mentioned, this is perhaps my very first public event, and I'm so glad that it starts off on such an auspicious occasion. So I wish you all a very, very happy Diwali, a very happy, healthy and safe Diwali. I would also like to wish you all a very, very happy New Year. May this new year and the new beginning bring lots of joy, happiness, peace, prosperity and contentment to all of us. एक बार फिर आप सभी को मेरे तरफ से दिवाली का हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं. धन्यवाद. Thank you. Vinaka Wakalev.
Thank you, His Excellency, for the great words. And of course, we as the Ba people are privileged to have you on your first consignment, on an official consignment to be in Ba. As you know, in Hindi, Ba means mother. So you have come to the motherland of Fiji. And as you have said, India and Fiji, it's a long history relation that we've had. And when you see people in Fiji, you will also remember one small part of India which portrays what Fiji is all about. So thank you for your words, and we hope that whilst you are in Fiji, you will enjoy your tenure in Fiji, and we have other opportunities to get you back to Ba for other events. I have been asked by the Honourable Minister to acknowledge the presence of our Solicitor General, Ms. Priya Prasad, who is in Ba, and I believe she is in the hall somewhere. Honorable Minister has mentioned that if she comes, she needs to be seated at the VIP end. May I request you, if you are around, please do come in front and take a seat. And we are proud that our sister from Ba has taken up a position. We are proud. An Honorable Member of Parliament, Honorable Bala, is in the ministry. So Ba has a special group of people that runs the country for the people of Ba. So thank you. On that note, we will move forward with the program. Next is an item once again, a tandem dance by Jacinta Lal of Ba Multicultural Center. A tandem dance by Jacinta Lal. अगले समय अगर इनको हम बुलाएंगे तो वो कहेंगे मैंने परफॉर्म किया था, किसी ने उसको अप्रिशिएट ही नहीं किया. Anyway, we move on. The next item is, I've been told there's a special Diwali speech that is going to be presented to you. And this is especially because this special message or speech is from Jaishal Ram. And he is from Motoba, a former student of Nikulwa College and Moto Sanatan Primary School. Jason has completed Bachelor of Arts program in Language at the Language, Literature and Communication from the University of Fiji. Currently, he is doing education course from the same university. This is very important. He is the recipient from this university for Discipline Gold Medal Award for Hindi. Sir, for Hindi. Let's give a round of applause for him. It is a big achievement for a person from Ba once again to achieve this. And in Indian culture, upon completing a 3-year program from the same university. So this is an opportune time that we present Jaishal to you, and so you may see what the locals of this country can also achieve. So Jaishal, you're here. Over to Jaishal.
दीपावली लाई खुशियों की नींद, दोस्ती प्रेम की हुई जीत। आओ सब मिलकर दीपावली मनाएं, ये प्रेम भरा मौसम न जाने पाए। आप सभी को नमस्ते। आज मैं यहाँ पर दीपावली के विषय कुछ कहना चाहता हूँ। हमारा मनुष्य जीवन एक वरदान है, ईश्वर का दिया हुआ उपहार है। ये एक अवसर है जब मनुष्य संसार, परिवार और समाज की सेवा कर सकता है। दुख और सुख मनुष्य जीवन के दो किनारे हैं, पर ईश्वर ने मनुष्य के दुखों को दूर करने के लिए कई साधन प्रदान किए हैं। त्योहारों की रचना भी मनुष्य के मनोरंजन तथा उसके दुखों को दूर करने के लिए हुई है। हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति में कई त्योहार हैं जिनका अपना अपना महत्व है। हर त्योहार के माध्यम से मनुष्य कुछ न कुछ नई सीख पाता है। जैसे कि अगर होली में रंग है तो नवरात्रि में नाच है, ठीक उसी प्रकार दिवाली में रोशनी है। दिवाली का त्योहार कार्तिक मास की अमावस्या को मनाया जाता है। यह भारत का सबसे बड़ा तथा महान त्योहार है। फिजी में भी दीपावली बड़े धूमधाम से मनाई जाती है। दीपावली मनाने के पीछे कई कारण हैं। पहले तो इस दिन श्री रामचंद्र रावण का वध करके तथा माता सीता को मुक्त कराकर अयोध्या लौटे थे। उन्होंने वन में 14 वर्ष बिताए थे तथा इसी कारण लोगों ने दीप जलाए थे और खुशियां मनाई थी। उसी दिन से यह प्रथा आज तक चली आ रही है। दूसरी ओर इस दिन माता लक्ष्मी की उत्पत्ति समुद्र से हुई थी तथा उनका विवाह श्री हरि से हुआ था। साथ ही इस दिन श्री कृष्ण ने नरकासुर नामक राक्षस का वध करके 16,000 स्त्रियों को मुक्त कराया था। दीपावली का त्योहार सिखों के लिए भी महत्व रखता है। 1619 में उनके छठवें गुरु हरगोविंद को मुगल शासक जहांगीर ने 52 राजाओं के साथ एक किले से आजाद किया था। आज के युग में तो दीपावली मनाना एक फैशन सा हो गया है। दीपावली सिर्फ पैसे बर्बाद करने का माध्यम बन गया है। कुछ लोग पटाखों पर कई डॉलर खर्च कर देते हैं। दीपावली नहीं, स्पर्धा बन गई है। किसने कितने पटाखे फोड़े, किसने कितने अच्छे कपड़े पहने, यही सब दीपावली का महत्व समझा जाने लगा है। हम ये भूल चुके हैं कि दीपावली मनाने का वास्तविक कारण क्या है। दीपावली मनाने का वास्तविक कारण है बुराई पर अच्छाई की जीत। वह बुराई का प्रतीक था लंकेश्वर रावण, पर कलयुग में भी रावण है। कहाँ है? हमारे भीतर है। महादेव ने एक समय कहा था कि हमारे अंदर राम और रावण दोनों हैं और हमारी जो 10 इंद्रियां हैं वो 10 रावण रूपी शीश के समान है। इनके हावी होने पर मनुष्य गलत रास्तों पर निकल पड़ता है। इसलिए हमें अपने अंदर की बुराइयों को हराना होगा। हम श्री राम जैसे बन तो नहीं सकते, पर यदि उनके कुछ गुणों का अनुसरण कर पाए तो हमारा जीवन धन्य हो जाएगा। इसलिए माता पिता को अभी से अपने बच्चों को राम नाम की महिमा समझानी होगी। इस पर मुझे एक कहानी याद आ रही है, प्रथमासुर की कहानी। तो ये जो असुर था, इसने राम नाम जो ग्रंथ है उसको निगल लिया था। तो उस हनुमान जी उसको वापस लाने गए। तो इन दोनों के बीच बहुत भयंकर युद्ध हुआ, पर हनुमान जी उस असुर का कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ पाए, क्योंकि उसने राम नाम ग्रंथ को निगला था। हनुमान जी का जो अमोघ गदा जो बड़े बड़े पहाड़ को भी भेद देता है, उस असुर का कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ पाया। तो हनुमान जी ने क्या किया, एक छोटी सी मक्खी का रूप लेकर वो उसके कान में से उसके उदर में गए। तो वहां उन्होंने देखा कि राम नाम ग्रंथ है, पर वो एक पत्ते में लपेटा हुआ है। तो उन्होंने अब वो इस ग्रंथ को बाहर कैसे ले जाए। तो उन्होंने देखा, तो उन्होंने उस ग्रंथ को खोल दिया। तो उस ग्रंथ में से एक तरह की रोशनी निकलने लगी और उस असुर के पूरे शरीर में फैल गई और वह असुर राम नाम में मुग्ध हो गया। तो इसी तरह से वह असुर योनि छोड़कर असुर योनि से मुक्त हो गया। फिजी में भी लोग बड़े धूमधाम से दीपावली मनाते हैं। दिवाली लोगों के लिए एकता का संदेश लेकर आती है। दीपावली आदिवासी, भारतीय, मुस्लिम, सिख सभी लोग मिलकर मनाते हैं। दीपावली के आगमन से पहले ही उसके संकेत मिल जाते हैं। लोग नई ऊर्जा के साथ अपनी घर की सफाई करते हैं तथा उसे सजाते हैं, मिठाइयाँ बनाते हैं तथा एक दूसरे में बांटते हैं। दीपावली में तो दुश्मन भी दोस्त बन जाते हैं और गले मिल जाते हैं। दीपावली अंत में आप सभी को दीपावली की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। आप सभी खुशी से दिवाली मनाइए, पर अपने परिवार का ख्याल भी रखिए। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद। छोटा सा टेक्निकल लेना था। Thank you, Jesu, for your presentation. I believe this is his first presentation, and in near future, once he gains a little more experience, you will see what he can perform. Okay, let's give a round of applause to Jesu. The next item is an item for the Navratri songs to be presented by Nitisha and Pitanshu from Labudi. Nitisha and Pitanshu from Labudi. Whilst they are still coming to the main dais, we need to understand, as everyone is saying, what is Diwali all about. And in Jesus' speech, he did mention that it's become a commercial thing nowadays. But Diwali is also very dangerous for the people who are suffering from diabetes. And maybe I'm one of them, and I'm always kept on toes not to have anything. But what to do? The program that has been set for all of you, it is not an easy task. And if people may be thinking there's a huge group of people behind that, it is not the fact. So are the ladies ready for their presentation? So let's present Nitisha and Pitanshu for their dance or song.
बुद्धिमत्ता काम करता जो चंडाल का, काल उसका क्या बिगाड़े वक्त जो महाकाल का। काल बुद्धिमत्ता काम करता जो चंडाल का, काल उसका क्या बिगाड़े वक्त जो महाकाल का। काल बुद्धिमत्ता काम करता जो चंडाल का, काल उसका क्या बिगाड़े वक्त जो महाकाल का। काल बुद्धिमत्ता काम करता जो चंडाल का, काल उसका क्या बिगाड़े वक्त जो महाकाल का।
Thank you, girls. I can overhear His Excellency saying it's not easy to dance. That's very true. You must have the courage to come on stage and perform. Let's give a round of applause to the young girls here. Now it's time to call upon the person that we regard in Ba as the backbone of Ba. And for the committee, without him, we are nowhere. Because his vision, his passion, it all adds up to this kind of a program in Ba. And of course, the guidance that he gives to us, we are in a learning process at all times. And of course, don't forget, if we make a small mistake, we are taken to task. So it gives me great pleasure to now call upon our Honorable Minister for Employment, Productivity, Youth and Sports, Honorable Praveen Kumar Bala, to address you all.
हमारे मुख्य मेहमान भारतीय राजदूत ट्विम्बा, हमारे एक्टिंग सॉलिसिटर जनरल, बाटान काउंसिल के सीईओ, इस दिवाली कमेटी के कारणीन, कमेटी लोग और हमारे साथ आज यहाँ पर बॉयज होम के जो बच्चे हैं उनका भी पदार्पण हुआ है। हमारे नारी सभा के मेंबरान, मादर संगम के मेंबरान, उपस्थित देवी और सज्जनों, सबसे पहले मैं उस परम पिता परमेश्वर को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं जिसके असीम कृपा से आज हम सब एक बार फिर इस समारोह को मनाने के लिए यहाँ पर उपस्थित हुए और इसके साथ साथ मैं परम पूज्य पंडित सरवण को भी दिल के गहराई से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ जिन्होंने हमारे लिए यहाँ पर प्रार्थना की। आज से करीबन 7 या 8 महीनों पहले हम इस देश में खास हमारा जो आने जाने का व्यवस्था था उस पर कुछ प्रतिबंध लगाया गया था और उन सभी कारणों को आप लोग जानते हैं और मुझे उन सभी बातों को बताना नहीं जरूरी है, लेकिन एक बात बताना जरूरी है कि भले ही ये जो पेंडेमिक है ये कुछ खत्म नहीं हुआ है, कम हुआ है, तो इसका मतलब ये है कि हमें हर समय हर पल अपने आप को ख्याल रखना चाहिए, अपना जो परिवार है उनको ख्याल रखना चाहिए और हमारे इर्द गिर्द में जो रहते हैं उनको ख्याल रखना चाहिए। मुझे आज बहुत खुशी हो रहा है कि आज हम कई महीनों के बाद एक बार फिर एक साथ मिलजुल गए और ये सब दिवाली के नाम पर। और हम ईश्वर से यही प्रार्थना करते हैं कि ये जो महामारी सिर्फ यहां नहीं मगर विश्व भर में ये जल्द से जल्द खत्म हो जाए। इसके साथ साथ मैं आप सभी की तरफ से हमारे जो मुख्य मेहमान हैं उसको औपचारिक तौर से में स्वागत करता हूं और जैसे उन्होंने अपना भाषण के अंतर्गत कहा है कि एक पहला औपचारिक समारोह है जिसमें वो भाग ले रहे हैं और जब जाने का समय रहेगा तो इनका इतिहास का पन्ना में ये लिखा जाएगा कि सबसे पहला पल वो आए थे। और जब मैंने इनको तार मारा और ये मांग किया कि आप हमारे इस समारोह में भाग लें, उन्होंने तुरंत मुझसे कहा कि मैं जरूर आऊंगा। एक बार फिर हम तालियां से उनको। मैं ऐसे समय पर सनातन धर्म के जो हमारे बुजुर्ग लोग यहाँ पर बैठे हुए हैं उन सभी को भी धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ। जब हम लोग छोटे थे तो हम लोग देख रहे थे कि किस तरह से ये लोग शहर के अंतर्गत से फ्लोट्स और वो सब गोविंद बाग ले जाया करते थे। आज हम अगर अपना नौजवान से कहे कि हमें जुलूस निकालना है शहर के अंतर्गत से तो आगे नहीं बढ़ते। हमें वो दिन को वापस लाना है मां में, जिस तरह से यहां पर दिवाली मनाया जा रहा है। हमारे अन्य त्योहार है मगर दिवाली एक ऐसा त्योहार है हम भारतीयों के लिए जिस को हमें धूमधाम से मनाना चाहिए। यही मेरा प्रार्थना है आज, और आप सभी से मेरा निवेदन भी है। आज यहाँ पर सभी वर्ग के लोग उपस्थित हुए हैं और अखबार के सहूलियत के लिए मैं चंद सब अंग्रेजी में कहना चाहता हूँ। His Excellency, the Indian High Commissioner to Fiji, ladies, gentlemen, and dear children. It is an honor and privilege, as always, to address the people of Pau, my hometown, as we come together as one loving community in celebrating Diwali, the festival of lights in the Hindu calendar. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank the wonderful people of Pau for coming together and organizing this Diwali celebration. I, like many of you here, have grown up with these Diwali festival celebrations. It has always been held as a community event, an event where the colors and shades of Pau come together as one. And I, like all of you here, carry those wonderful memories of the many Diwali celebrations in which we have come together. And in these beautiful memories, we must remember and say a silent prayer for those citizens of Pau who are no longer with us. We pray for their souls and remember them for their contribution to the district of Pau. The Festival of Lights that celebrates the victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. For many Hindus, Diwali celebrates the return of Lord Rama and his wife Sita after their 14 years of exile. Ladies, gentlemen, brothers and sisters, as we celebrate Diwali, it is important to remember its origins in Fiji with our communities. Despite their hardship, including beatings and torture in the cane fields and plantations of Fiji, and in particular, our women, the Grenadiers remain committed to their faith. As we celebrate Diwali, it is timely that we all remember these Grenadiers and their legacy in our thoughts and prayers. Ladies and gentlemen, these past 2 years have been dominated by the COVID-19 pandemic. I know it has tested the Pau community as it has tested the rest of Fiji and the world. I am so happy to see that we are still together and stronger to our unity as we have fought many battles against this terrible virus. We have lost loved ones, and once again, in our thoughts and prayers, we remember the Fijians who have lost their lives to COVID-19. As we all know, the war against COVID-19 is not over yet, and we will continue to practice health-safe protocols until we make an end to this pandemic. We must thank our frontline workers and all those who have come together to deliver us towards a new normal, where we can once again come together as a community, just like tonight. As humans, we have a need to connect. And the Diwali this year brings with it the hope and light that we can once again connect as we used to. Diwali, with its universal message, is a promotion of love over those who preach hatred and division. Be careful of those type of people. Diwali is a festival of truth and light. Satya and joy. Truth and light. We must continue to light up our Fiji and the lives of all Fijians with truth. Yet, with that, it will come peace, harmony, and progress. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters and dear children, for me personally, this is the most important aspect of Diwali, of what I have just said, that we can carry on with long after the sweets and firecrackers have finished. I wish your family and friends and those who are unable to be here tonight, to all of them and to all of you, a very happy and a blessed Diwali, and for the rest of the festivities. May God bless us all. Naka, and thank you.
Thank you, Honorable, for your address. At this point in time, I will request our Honorable Minister and the Chairman of the Organizing Committee, together with our Twin Bar, to present our Chief Guest, His Excellency, a token of appreciation from the Bar Diwali Committee.
Privilege to celebrate Diwali with all of you here. It's good and occasion. Thank you so much. Very nice.
Once again, thank you, Honorable Minister, for your enlightenment about Diwali. And of course, at this point in time, I would also want to mention that this is the first program in Bar after the COVID relaxation that we've done a program to this magnitude. This is the first one for Bar. And I believe when the relaxation was announced, people would have partied within their own limits, but for the community to come together, I believe this is the first one for Bar. So let's be proud of doing this in Bar for the first one after the disasters past year or so that we've been facing. The next item we have is 2-item songs to be presented by Shalini Rohit and the group. So let's sit and relax, hear the beautiful songs that Shalini Rohit would present to us. I would only also request for the young children to please do not talk at a loud voice because people are presenting, and we will request you to please calm down so that we can finish off with the formalities of the program.
तो जो हमारे चीफ गेस्ट हैं आज के साथ में जो मिनिस्टर साहब हैं और साथ में मास्टर जी और जितने ईश्वर का है सभी को जय श्री राम। लक्ष्मी आज आपके द्वार, सोने चांदी से भर जाए आपका घरबार। जीवन में आए खुशियाँ और शुभकामना हमारी करो स्वीकार। गणपति बप्पा की आरती उतारे, रिद्धि सिद्धि के गणपति पधारे।
धन्यवाद श्रीनी जी आपके सुंदर से गीतों के लिए। और इस आइटम के बाद ये शायद हमारा आखिरी आइटम था। Now we are coming to the end of the official program. There's a few things that left to be done. For any program that we have, it is very important that we need to thank those people that do support for such functions. And I've been asked at the 11th hour to do the vote of thanks. So I will try my best to now gather whom all to thank. But nevertheless, as my late father, Mr. Anandil Alameen, who has been a front figure in this country, and he has also taught me to do impromptu presentations. This function that has come for you all today has not been an easy task, especially after the COVID disaster that we all faced. And I think the business sectors also faced a lot of difficulties, and we all understand asking for money at this point in time was not too convenient, but at the same time there are people that have the heart to say, if it's for Diwali or if it's for a function like this, we will assist what we can. And with those people coming together, we have been able to do this function. First of all, I would like to thank His Excellency, the Indian High Commissioner to Fiji, for taking out your valuable time and giving Bar the grace of having you on the first official function from the Indian High Commission in Fiji. Thank you, sir, for gracing our occasion. Let's give a round of applause to His Excellency. Of course, as mentioned by our Honorable Minister, we have the Velomani group here for the multicultural connection that we wanted to portray, and we thank the Velomani Boys Home for coming here and gracing the occasion. At the same time, there were donors that have made things possible for us. First of all, I would like to thank our major sponsor for this evening's function, none other than Vodafone Fiji Limited, who has come on board to assist the committee in providing a small amount of fund to make this function a success. Let's thank Vodafone Fiji for this. I'm not sure, Honorable, not because it is not right to give the figures. So Vodafone has gracefully come on board, and they have accepted our request, and they came on board to assist us. Then we have Supreme Fuel Limited and Auto Care from Suva. They had come on board to help us out for this function. Together with that, we have New India Assurance. The representative, the manager of New India are here with us. Thank you, New India, for keeping me at least a bit safe and giving us the assistance that is really required. Bikabai Company Limited for coming on board and giving us fresh jalebis when we go downstairs for our dinner. Bridgedale and family for coming on board and giving us cash donation. VHP Fiji for giving us cash donation. Vinay Vikas hired trucks all the way from Nandi, but their roots are from Ba. Am I correct, Master? Or they are from Nandi itself. And they have also come on board to be the second major sponsor for this plan. Let's give them a round of applause for coming on board and helping us to have this function, because these functions that we hold is not an easy affair, as I was trying to advise earlier. We do not have a large group of people working with us. We have a small committee, but the main engine room for the committee, I would say, is none other than our Honorable Minister, Honorable Praveen Bala, who guides us, and under his leadership, He's always been behind the curtain. He doesn't want to come in and say, I've done this, I've done it. You people do everything that is required. Always. So let's thank our Honorable Minister for helping us out in having this program on. And of course, to all of you, without you all, what would be the reason for me standing here and our speaker? Thank you all for coming in today and gracing this Diwali function for us. And we will not disappoint you, because after the function, we will all go downstairs. Dinner has been prepared for you. We know you come early, so you will, of course, be hungry. Of course, we thank our Acting Solicitor General, Priya Prasad, for being with us. Thank you, sister, for being with us. And we know why we do mention such things is not only for her, but for other people in Bar. The people of Bar are very much proud when our people takes positions at a higher level. And it all is from Bar. That's why we say Bar to Bar. Is it correct? Bar, sir, there's a slogan in Bar, because Bar is a soccer crazy town. And unfortunately, for some time, we have been a bit slow after all the victories we had. But last week, we said and we made sure that when we go to Suva, we will win that game, and we won the game. So Bar is on track once again. So for Bar, there has been a slogan, Bar to Bar hai. And when we had it, we had a bit of downfall, so people were making all other slogans for Bar. But we kept strong, and we will bounce back. So, with those words, we thank you, but before we leave, there's a last official program that we have. I will request our Honorable Minister, our distinguished guest, to please come down, because on behalf of the Bar Diwali Committee, we have decided to provide the boys from Velomani Boys Home some firecrackers and sweets as our kind gesture towards them for this Diwali. May I request the head teacher for the Velomani Boys Home, together with at least 4 to 5 students, boys, to please come forward and receive the token or the small gift package that we have prepared. Let's not forget, probably as I said, it was the last minute for me. We also thank the Bar Nari Sabha for doing the puris for us. We did not have it in plan, but we finally decided we should. So we thank them for doing that. And of course, the management of Khatri Hall for giving us this beautiful hall. So with everybody's help and assistance, here we are. So the final program for the day by the Honorable Minister and His Excellency. These boys also deserve to celebrate Diwali. All of you know, when we talk about Velomani Boys Home, what is the reason for them to be there, and they need our support. And this was the time in our Hindu festival when we particularly talk about, we need to show love and affection for the underprivileged ones as well. So thank you, His Excellency and Honorable Minister, and of course our Timba, for gracing this to the boys of Velomani Boys Home in Bar. Let's give a round of applause once again to them. And now this brings us to the end of the official program. And what I would now request is, we will request everyone at a decent pace, because food will be served downstairs. So at a decent pace, please proceed downstairs. We still have to understand we are under COVID restrictions. Please go downstairs, have the meals that have been prepared for you, and gracefully we can say goodbye. We've got to be mindful of our time for the 11 p.m. curfew. Those who are interested or we have a wish to meet up with His Excellency, please don't crowd him up, but in a decent manner, please, you are also given the privilege to meet and greet with him, and slowly we will all go down. Thank you, Dhanyawad.
मुश्किलों को दूर भगाया, दुश्मनों को मजा चखाया, दूर किया बुराई फसाया। जो डरे ना रुके ना, मुश्किलों से कभी थके ना। स्टाइल है सुपर ऐसा, सुपर भीम हमारा ऐसा। आ गई है सुपर दिवाली, ये दिवाली है सबसे निराली। रोशन हुआ पूरा आसमां, जगमगा उठा सारा जहां। मस्ती का है ये समा, तुम सुपर भीम संग गाओ ना। हैप्पी दिवाली।